Hi.
Hi there.
Hi. Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm so excited to talk to y'all. I watched the film last night, and when I'm off embargo, I'm gonna tell everyone I know to watch it because truly it left me so shocked and I was just gasping the whole time. So I guess my first question is I really loved one thing I really loved about the film was despite our main characters kind of being Ellie and Paris, it almost kind of feels like the environment is the secret third main character. And it's like always kind of lurking in the background and it's always kind of an ominous figure. How did you guys utilize the environment of Caddo Lake into influencing Paris and Ellie's actions or like their needs or their wants?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're really like driven by location, I think, when we're starting to write a story. Our first feature takes place in this tunnel underneath New York City, and that like sort of drove the whole, you know, narrative of the film. And so this we've actually found a photo of Caddo Lake on Reddit, and that was the whole sort of inspiration for starting the
May
story.
2020.
Yeah, we borrowed Celine's mom's car and drove down to Texas and lived off the lake for 2 months writing the first draft of the story. And so just the locations you find out on the lake, there's a bridge that's featured heavily that goes over a certain section. We just found that on one of our boat trips and thought it was like so just, inherently cinematic and amazing. So that finds its way into the story. And how do you utilize that to tell?
Yeah, in the names of those places, that bridge is called Goat Island Bridge. And when you look on Google Maps at Caddo, you can see the ribs of a goat, and that's why it's called Goat Island. And all of that stuff began to feed into like, oh, this is called Star Ditch, this is called Devil's Elbow. Like, how do we put these and how, why were they named? Like, Anna is talking to Ellie at the beginning of the film, how big the lake is, where these names came from, and that the lake
It's got this like
it's alive.
mythic quality
Yeah.
to it, like the
You
history feels like just like it's steeped in all that.
you
And
feel that when you're out on the lake. You can't help but feel that.
yeah,
And so another thing that I really loved, I'm also Texan, so a lot of this felt like very much like at home for me.
Oh,
And
amazing.
so it almost is like it's like a coming of age story in a way for I would say both Paris and Ellie, even though they're two vastly different characters and they kind of go in between each other's worlds. Do you guys kind of view this story as like a coming of age for both of them in some type of way?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Just thinking about the ending that I'm not going to spoil. But yes, I think that it is in a lot of ways for both of them about understanding, and that's where we started. It's understanding. Our question was, can you ever understand who your parents are before you were born? Can you ever like understand who your family, who these people really are? Um, and that's the journey that both Paris and Ellie go on, that they start to see and understand who these people are, that they are these lives that were born into, these people, and suddenly yeah. So yes, coming of age, I would agree. Something that's really important to me, especially with this film, is there is like a very clear actor-director relationship and how each actor that is on screen really elevates the characters to like a very full extent. What was that collaboration process like? And did the actors kind of change anything in the way that you guys viewed the characters initially when you were writing the script?
Yeah, I mean, Dylan and Eliza are incredibly talented, and but they came to the story, really hungry to like make something special, and it's a credit to both of them because the film sort of lives on their journeys. Like it doesn't work, if either one of them isn't like there and present, and we put them through a lot, like physically and emotionally, and
They're single person journeys.
yeah.
Honestly, we've realized a lot easier to do two people so you can talk to each other. Maybe for the next one, we need to do two people. Okay,
Yeah, but
but when you're by yourself, you have no one to talk to. So we were like, how much do they talk to themselves? And that was a big question. We were writing the script. We're like, does he say this thing? He's looking at this thing to himself. But Dylan and Eliza are so good, obviously, that their characters didn't need to talk to themselves like we initially thought. Maybe would have to.
communicating, yeah, like so much because it's a really, complex, story at the end of the day. And we, I remember, sort of really falling in love with seeing, we did tiny little rehearsals. We like talked through the script, but it wasn't like anything serious. So it really was like when we first started shooting, sort of seeing, I think through the voice of Paris and Ellie and just like their mannerisms, they found Caddo locals, who lived off the lake that they could sort of work off of and like feed off of as representations of their characters. And it was beautiful to see them come to life. We thought they were amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much. I really loved this film. I'm going to tell everyone about it, like genuinely. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to like talk to me about it. I really can't wait for everyone to see it. Yeah.
Thank you so
Great
much.
meeting you.